Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rap.
You an American, right? You an American, right? Where was Manny Pacquiao?
What up, what up? You're watching Red Room Sports, home of Ali Land, Boxing Talk, the Louisville Cardinals Daily, and the Ghetto Angler Fishing, only on the weekends. Alright, y'all, got a little bit of breaking boxing news for you regarding the homie Manny Pacquiao. And the topic of the day is Manny Pacquiao versus Terence Crawford is now in negotiations according to Cavin Ford. And who is Cavin Ford? That is Gervonta Davis's trainer. Now, he gave a interview to Boxing. I believe it was to Boxing News 24/7 because they have an article that came out. Well, he was giving an interview. Let's just put it that way. And they turned it into an article. And they had a portion in the article where they had spoke about King Ryan Garcia and Golden Boy Promotions. So I wanted to get into what they had to say about Ryan Garcia. It's very interesting. I didn't know Ryan Garcia was affiliated with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn gave a speech that Ryan, won't be fighting Tank, and I get it. Very interesting. I don't know why. You know, a lot of people are saying Ryan Garcia is avoiding Tank Davis. I would say he should avoid Tank Davis because Tank Davis is a very dangerous fighter. And his punching power is impeccable. And you just saw what happened to Ryan Garcia in the Luke Campbell fight. If Davis lands one of those shots on Garcia's chin, it's going to be lights out. Garcia has to get some more experience under his belt before he takes fights like Tank Davis or Teofimo Lopez or Devin Haney. You know, he doesn't need to be going and treading in that water. If you really watch the fight, Ryan Garcia versus Luke Campbell, of him just recently fighting, and he got dropped by Campbell, and him fighting Tank, they don't want him in a situation where he's making a comeback like Canelo and Floyd. And I spoke about this before. I think it was in my last video. Canelo lost to Floyd, one of the great ones. Golden Boy is willing to take that chance of letting Ryan Garcia face Pacquiao and lose. He's Ryan, young, he's got a big fan base, so they're looking at it on the dollar sign. Or the dollar side. And that is completely true. And it's the same thing I said the other day. If he fights Pacquiao and goes down, it's going to be in a similar fashion to when Canelo fought Floyd and went down because, he's still a guy on the come up, and he has such a big fan base, and he has so much room for improvement. It could actually only make him better. I think it would actually losing to Pacquiao would actually make him more famous than even beating Pacquiao would. Just to be honest with you, and I know you probably like, how is that possible? Just look what losing to Floyd Mayweather did for Canelo's career. Okay, somebody must have taped and said if they do that boy Ryan like that, something bad could happen to him, and he might not recover from it. Ford said about the risk involved in Ryan Garcia if he'd fight Tank Davis. I don't know where the Pacquiao came from. Pacquiao came back and said he's going to fight somebody else. It's Pacquiao versus King Ryan. Isn't a real fight, said Ford. I'm not arguing that Ford when told that you can blame Ryan Garcia for picking Pacquiao over Tank. If Pacquiao would have said he wanted to fight Tank, Tank probably would have took that fight. I'm not mad at Ryan, which is true. Any young fighter is gonna want to go up against Pacquiao. It's not a if. If they offer you to fight, you're taking the fight. There's no ifs in that one. That's the smartest thing to do. But I'm hearing Pacquiao is supposed to be fighting Terence Crawford, said Ford. It makes sense what Ford says about Golden Boy not wanting Ryan to fight Tank because of the damage he can do, which is my point, man. If he fights Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia is going to take a very, very, very bad loss. It's not going to look good on him. It's compared to, I think, him fighting Pacquiao and losing. I think people will give him an A for effort if he lost to Pacquiao, or if he lost to Tank Davis and got knocked out in the fashion that Leo Santa Cruz did. Then it's the end of Ryan Garcia's career. He might still be Instagram famous with the ladies, but it's not gonna matter in the boxing ring no more. But if you heard that little portion, that's the smart thing to do. But I'm hearing Pacquiao is supposed to be fighting Terence Crawford, said Ford. That is the fight Pacquiao needs to be eyeing at this point. If Errol Spence is going to freeze Pacquiao out because he feels like Pacquiao froze him out for giving him a shot, the next best, and then if you're Daniels, you guys is going to do the same thing and try to go fight Errol Spence over his mandatory, who is either Pacquiao or Jamal James. Well, Pacquiao should take the next best thing, which is Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford still holds the belt. Pacquiao can put himself right back in the talks for unification if he can go defeat Terence Crawford. It's not the easiest fight in the world, but I think Pacquiao still possesses everything needed to beat Terence Crawford, and I think it could actually be the opportunity for Pacquiao to recover some of that money that Bob Arum owes him. That's going to be the what holds this fight back, though, is the fact that Bob Arum is involved in the negotiations. I think if Pacquiao can go directly to Crawford and try to set something up, I think the fight can be made. But if Crawford uses Bob Arum as a stand between, then it's going to be a problem with this fight being made. And one other thing, this would be in Terence Crawford's best bet, because I'm gonna say this again. If Errol Spence fights Yordenis you guys and gets that belt, the Terence Crawford fight is never going to happen. The only way that Terence Crawford fight is going to happen is if Crawford gets that belt first, or if Pacquiao gets to fight you guys. If Pacquiao fights you guys, Errol Spence will be forced to fight Terence Crawford in the near future. But if Spence gets that belt, it's pretty much over for that Crawford fight, because all Spence has to do, kick back. He got 4 belts, why would I go and fight Terence Crawford unless you think the split is going to be ridiculous? It's ridiculous now at 60-40. Wait till Terence Crawford gets a hold of that other belt. The split is going to go from 60-40 to 80-20. Believe me. So it behooves Terence Crawford to either fight Pacquiao now or go and get the you guys fight before Errol Spence can get it, which will force Spence to have to go fight Pacquiao. Let me know what y'all think about this breaking news down in the comment section. Got a lot of big things coming to the channel, man. If you made it to the end, Captain Full G, I'm going to be doing a live stream with him later on today around 7:30 or 8. Check that out. I got a new correspondent, hopefully, who speaks Filipino, Tongolese. So I'm trying to put something together special here for 2021 if we can make it happen. If not, we'll build something else, man. We gonna make this roll no matter what. It's your boy Cardinal Red. If you want to be a part of the Ali Land Boxing Talk community, the Ghetto Angler community, Louisville Cardinals Daily community, or the Red Room Sports community, hit me in the comment section. Follow my WhatsApp group, or holler at me on Facebook. It's your boy. We out of here.
You're an American, right? You're an American, right? Where was Manny Pacquiao?
Louisville, home of the best scrapper, also home of the best rapper.